DirecTV all-included package for 4 rooms. Only $25 a month. Price guaranteed for 2 years. Available for AT&T Unlimited Plus customers.
Hi, Hyundai. Can you please hold? Hello? No, it's not a typo. Up to $6,750 total savings. Hold, please. Hyundai here. Yes, ma'am. That's why it's called the Better Than Ever sales event. Hold, please. Hi, I'm sorry, but there's nobody here right now. It's 2 a.m., and I don't even think I'm supposed to be answering them.
Hey, are those numbers real?
I gotta go.
Visit the Better Than Ever sales event for the biggest savings in Hyundai's 30-year history.
We can still see you.
During normal business hours, of course.
Okay, Google, what is Foxygen's latest album?
Foxygen's latest album is Hang.
Foxygen, huh? You listen to Hang yet?
Yeah.
Cool.
Is he gone?
Listen to music from Empire now at applemusic.com/EmpireFox.
You can't enter Leviticus Las Vegas.
Are you telling me I can't come to our casino? Hell no. If we don't end Juliana, there will be nothing left.
The key to taking Juliana down is in the wall safe inside her office.
So we're going to sneak inside a casino and crack a safe. Who's gonna crack the safe, stupid?
This is enough to put Juliana away for good.
All new Empire next Wednesday on Fox. Live from Las Vegas, Fox presents the Miss USA competition. Anything can happen Sunday night.
Are you a Max or a Caroline?
Weekdays at 12:30 on KTBY Fox 4.
Steamed Hot Coffee in Anchorage. Alaska's original slow bar relies on business internet from Alaska Communications to keep their Wi-Fi and credit card transactions running fast. So all they have to focus on is serving coffee lovers their signature single cup artisan pours. Reliable coffee, reliable internet, quite possibly Alaska's perfect blend. Because to us, Alaska is the most important place on Earth.
Trust your legs to Premier Vascular and Vein of Alaska at Imaging Associates.
Prior to my treatment, I had a lot of pain, swelling, and achiness in my legs. Everyone at Premier Vascular and Vein of Alaska was very nice, very informative, and the whole process went smoothly. Now I'm completely pain-free. I'm able to run around, chase the kids, and kick the ball, and everything I want to do.
Call today for a free consultation. Premier Vascular and Vein of Alaska at Imaging Associates.
Did you know that the R-Pod is Alaska's best-selling travel trailer? And ABC RV Sales is the top-selling R-Pod dealer in the nation. Come choose from 5 stylish floor plans designed for comfort and convenience. And remember, the R-Pod is so lightweight and nimble, most any SUV can tow one. Your next big adventure or weekend getaway is calling. Enjoy life outdoors with all the comforts of home in a versatile, stylish R-Pod from ABC RV Sales. 5550 Old Seward Highway.
America's best-selling brand is rolling out the truck with a powerful and efficient EcoBoost engine, a military-grade aluminum alloy body, and voice-activated Sync 3 with an 8-inch touchscreen. All for under $32 grand. Introducing the 2017 Ford F-150 STX 4x4. Now get a 2017 F-150 STX 4x4 for under $32,000. That's under $32,000. See your local Ford store today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Brett Wells from Better Health. Lasting relief from back pain is possible. Offering hope was our motivation for creating the Alaska Back Pain Protocol, created with the experience of treating over 6,000 Alaskans with back pain. By combining 3 proven therapies, DRS system disc decompression, chiropractic, and physical rehab into one treatment plan, we've helped thousands of Alaskans beat back pain and return to their active lifestyles. The Alaska Back Pain Protocol, exclusively at Better Health.
Now open in Wasilla.
I was walking in a parking lot in Anchorage when I was hit by a drunk driver.
Linda was pinned between 2 vehicles. It was a bad accident.
I called attorney Frank Schlehofer.
I started working on Linda's case right away.
Frank found me a second insurance policy I didn't even know existed.
I knew about that second insurance policy because I was a licensed insurance agent. I got Linda a settlement for $173,000.
Thanks, Frank. I'm glad I called you.
Get the offer from Schlehofer.
You're watching Fox 4 News at 9, KTBY Anchorage.
Alaska State Troopers arrested an ATV driver for manslaughter. Good evening and welcome to KTBY Fox 4 News at 9. I'm Maria Athens. 24-year-old Ransom Bradley was driving the ATV when it crashed, leaving one man dead on May 4th. Bradley was arrested Tuesday on multiple charges, including manslaughter and driving under the influence. The two men were riding the four-wheeler when it crashed down an embankment 3 miles north of Unalakleet. Kevin Bradley was riding on the back of the ATV and was found dead at the scene. A fire is under investigation at a company that paves and maintains roads for the state of Alaska. This was seen on Tuesday at Bloom Enterprises in Fairbanks. The fire broke out just before 1 in the afternoon and was completely put out 3.5 hours later. The Fairbanks North Star Borough hazmat team was called out and assisted with the flames. This footage was taken by one of our Field Fresco team members out in Fairbanks. Initial reports stated that vegetable oil was the only product released. However, various petroleum products were also found on the scene. The property is currently listed as a contaminated site. Resources are being brought in to assist with response and disposal efforts.
Well, welcome and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Marlise Irby. Let's take a look at that satellite radar map. As we've seen coming in the last couple of days, we've seen the cloud coverage, but today we are starting to see that rain start to fall, scattered showers a little bit here in the Anchorage area and in the Fairbanks area as well. And we're going to continue to see that over the next couple of days across the state. Those clouds are going to remain, but we are expected to see some sunny skies. A closer look into the South Central. Again, the Anchorage area, we've seen cloud coverage pretty much throughout the last couple of days, but today in the last couple of hours, we're seeing that rain start to fall down just lightly. And again, waters of the southeast off of Sitka, it's pretty calm skies, but it's expected to have a little bit of that rain over the next day or so. And in the interior, just outside of Fairbanks, is where we're going to see the cloud coverage with a little bit of the showers, and it's going to be moving across the state over the next couple of days. Current temperatures: Dead Horse 25 degrees, Kotzebue 36, Nome sitting there 41 degrees for the current temperature, Fairbanks at 58 degrees, warming up McGrath 59, Bethel is sitting at 58 degrees. Here in Anchorage, we are at 51 degrees for the current temperature. Pretty sunny skies earlier today, but again, that rain started to come in. King Salmon 59 degrees. Take a look here. Yakutak 50 degrees, Cordova 51. There in Juneau, 53 degrees. Let's take a really quick look at tonight's lows. And tonight's lows in Dead Horse, 21 degrees. Kotzebue, 23 degrees. Nome, 30. Fairbanks is going to be 39 degrees for tonight's low. Bethel, 33. Here in Anchorage, we are expected to get down to 42 degrees. King Salmon, 33. Cordova, 35 degrees for tonight's low. Yakutak, 34. And then there in Juneau, 37 degrees. Stick with us. I will have more weather later in the newscast. Tonight, we will now bring you the final edition of Chasing the Crown, where Christina Loeb joins us now live from Las Vegas, shadowing Miss Alaska USA, Alyssa London. Christina, what's the latest?
I'm here right outside the Mandalay Bay Event Center, where tomorrow Miss Alaska USA Alyssa London and the 50 other contestants will take the stage for the preliminary Miss USA competition. They have been nonstop rehearsing up until this point, but when London isn't busy, wrapped up in the pageant world, she's hard at work taking on the role of entrepreneur. Here's a look inside her job.
What I do is I take these little brass nails and one by one, I put them into the holes that were water jet into the copper.
Finding a sense of identity and belonging for Alyssa London was about following what she calls is a burning desire.
This experience of starting my company hasn't just been about making a cedar box. It's been about fulfilling an idea that I had in my mind and seeing it through to the end.
London founded her business called Culture Story, selling native gift boxes made from cedar and adorned with Tlingit designs cut from copper. It began with a prototype and a single handmade box. She then took her product to Juneau, where she went door to door in search of a purchase.
That's how I funded the first round of production on my boxes, was just by getting up the courage to ask people if they like my item enough to want to buy it. And I still remember that first check, and I still have it from when they gave me the money for the deposit. It was an amazing feeling.
But getting to that point took a fair share of trial and error and a great deal of research, from using tools down to product packaging.
I've just learned all of this from studying on my own. I just read entrepreneur blogs, and I just realized that the whole process of business creation, entrepreneurship, is just a journey of learning. So I make these cards, send them to my customers, and I just say thank you.
She hopes to someday use her business as a way to spur economic development in Southeast Alaska, bringing manufacturing and job opportunities to the state. Until then, she aims to show young Tlingit and Alaska Native children that no dream is out of reach.
My favorite is from the little girls that are Tlingit, and they say, "Oh my gosh, the Tlingit Miss Alaska. Does that mean my dreams can come true as well?" And when I see their faces light up, and that they have now become inspired to put effort towards getting their education, or becoming a ballerina or a soccer player or a doctor, that's just the best feeling in the world.
The preliminary competition tomorrow will decide which contestants make the top 10 and will move on to compete in the nationally televised competition. Now, for those of you who would like to support Miss Alaska USA, you can do so by casting your vote. Voting will be open until the broadcast, so you can do that by going to vote.missusa.com. Reporting live in Las Vegas, I'm Christina Lowe.
What a great Alaskan story, Christina. And Miss USA airs right here on Fox 4 this Sunday, and our Christina Loeb will continue to report from Las Vegas all week up until the show and after. Coming up next after the break, we speak to our special correspondent, James Brooks of the Juneau Empire. Please stick with us.
KTBY Fox 4 News at 9, brought to you by Mountain Mechanical, always on call.
In Alaska, your home needs a reliable heating system all year. And with gas prices fluctuating, along with the temperatures, efficiency of your heating system can save you money. Mountain Mechanical knows this and services your heating system not just for today's problem, but for the long haul. Whether you're looking to install a new heating system, service an existing heater, or are unhappy with your current service, Mountain Mechanical can save you up to 30% per year. Call Mountain Mechanical for all your heating needs and get it done right the first time.
I had so much relief after being treated by Dr. Art Wall at the Alaska Vein Clinic. I told my husband, who had varicose veins and leg cramping, he needed to go see Dr. Art Wall.
I've been a serious runner for quite a few years, and I was experiencing cramping during long runs. After my closure fast procedure, I actually improved my running times in 3 half marathons.
Using the latest technology, we have helped thousands of Alaskans with their varicose vein problems, and we can help you.
Alaska's most experienced vein center.
What makes Kids Dental Tree special? Children love coming to our amazing, beautiful office. Kids actually think it's fun to hop into Dr. Keller's dental chair. Dr. Keller loves working with kids. That's why he trained to be a pediatric dental specialist. Your child's beautiful smile should last a lifetime. Their first dental appointment should be 6 months after their first tooth comes in. From toddler age through adolescence, start ensuring your child has healthy teeth for life. Come to Kids Dental Tree.
Quality Tune uses only quality replacement parts, and all their technicians are ASE certified.
I can vouch for Quality Tune and will rate them 5 stars. I bring our fleet vehicles into Quality Tune because they use the latest diagnostic equipment to correctly service our vehicles and maintain manufacturer warranties.
Call us today at 907-562-5462 to schedule an appointment or just stop by Quality Tune. The Morris Alaska Report.
This Wednesday night, we are now joined by our special correspondent, James Brooks of the Juneau Empire, for an update from the Capitol. Welcome in, James. Let's talk about the Senate's capital budget ideas. Where do they currently stand?
That's right, Maria. They're coming up for a vote tomorrow on the Senate floor. We got word today that that's when they'll be considering amendments to the state's capital budget. Now, this is the part of the budget that deals with construction projects and associated things that don't fall in the operating budget. Earlier this year, we saw the House and Senate each pass different versions of the operating budget, and so now they're about to do the same thing with the capital budget. But the Senate gets the first crack at the capital budget. The House had the first crack at the operating budget. And so what we're expecting tomorrow is to see the Senate pass a version of the budget that includes a pretty significant down payment on the state's debt when it comes to oil and gas tax credits. Over the past few years, oil and gas drillers have accumulated quite a few millions of dollars in tax credits, and the Senate is proposing to make a big down payment of about $288 million for those subsidies, those drilling subsidies that have been so controversial this year. And that money would come out of the last of the constitutional budget reserve, that as of whatever's left in there as of the end of the fiscal year, June 30th. There's also money for deferred maintenance, $25 million across the state, about $5 million of that going to the university system, and some assorted other projects across the state, vessel tracking, ship tracking at sea, various construction and maintenance things. But it's a very small capital budget compared with past years.
And can you tell us about Friday's income tax vote in the state Senate?
Sure. This is one of those things that sounds bigger than it actually is. I mean, obviously the income tax is a big deal. It's something that the House majority has been pushing quite a bit. One of its pieces for its four-part plan to erase the state's deficit. But the Senate has always said, the Senate majority has always said that it's not interested in an income tax. And what Friday's vote is going to give that majority, it's going to give them a chance to basically kill that income tax for good, or at least for this year. They haven't changed their minds on it. They're going to vote no on it. And so we're expecting the Senate, when that vote comes around on Friday, to just say, no, we're not interested in the income tax, and that'll take it off the table for discussions for the rest of the year.
U.S. Senators Lisa Murkowski and Dan Sullivan are set to attend the 10th Arctic Council ministerial meeting in Fairbanks to commemorate the achievements of the U.S. chairmanship of the Arctic Council during the transfer of the leadership role to Finland. All 8 Arctic state minister-level representatives are set to review and authorize work achieved under the 2-year U.S. chairmanship that aims to boost sustainable development and environmental protection in the polar region. Prior to departing from Washington, D.C., our U.S. senators offered the following statements regarding this year's Arctic Council ministerial meeting taking place tomorrow, May 11th.
Everyone, well, coming up in just a few short minutes in sports, South softball looking to continue their dominance this season, squaring off with the East High Thunderbirds. Now, the dark side certainly not struggling to get the bats cracking, and they've been outscoring their opponents 221-29. Now, the T-Birds, though, flashing some offense as well, with Nicolette Dabbs launching a home run the last time these two met. Now, we've got all the action on tonight's matchup between the and for all you hockey fans out there, well, we know there is simply nothing better than playoff hockey. And tonight, the hockey gods gave us not 1, but 2 Game 7s. Washington Capitals and the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Anaheim Ducks facing off with the Edmonton Oilers. 2 Alaskan connections, 2 Game 7s, 1 night, and, well, we will have who emerged from the handshakes as winners, plus a whole lot more in sports. But before all that, we will see if these Bluebird days are here to stay as your weather authority, Marley Serby, brings you an updated forecast coming up after the break.
Tonight's marine forecast is brought to you by Dewey's Cook Inlet Marine. Summer's on the way in Alaska, and it's time to get ready. But before heading out on your boat, you must know the weather conditions. Watch the marine forecast. Learn what to expect from South Central's seas and skies. Weeknights from your weather authority. KTVY Fox 4 News at 9. All Alaska, all the time. The marine forecast on KTVY is brought to you by Dewey's Cook Inlet, Alaska's largest marine dealer, featuring the top-selling boats in the state. Dewey's, your one-stop marine store on 76th and King Street.
Welcome to Alaska Snowmobile Salvage.
Did you know Alaska Snowmobile Salvage offers pre- and post-season service for all of your recreational vehicles starting at $135? We are a full-service shop, covering everything from oil changes to engine machine work for all of your off-road toys. Whether it has 2 wheels, 3 wheels, 4 wheels, or tracks, we are Alaska's year-round one-stop toy repair shop. Find us between New and Old Seward on 74th and Anchorage.
We got Agrippa.
I'm a very joyful, happy person and have been all my life, and my smile never had reflected that. I speak in front of people for a living, and so to be able to talk, to take selfies, to take pictures and not look immediately at my teeth and the needs that my teeth had was completely life-changing for me. The first time I looked in the mirror, I finally had the smile that reflected how I feel on the inside.
Come to Peace of Mind Alaska and check out our collection of functional glass. Everything from $10 pipes up to $1,000 works of art. At Peace of Mind, our focus is on quality. Our products are thoroughly vetted before hitting the shelf, and all of our glass is American-made. Our staff members are experts in helping you find the right piece for your needs. Open 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Also offering quick and easy shipping. Need some new glass? Have peace of mind in knowing we're here for you.
All right, well, welcome back to tonight's weather. Let's take a look at some high temps in Anchorage, 60 degrees in there. In Juneau, 62, and in Fairbanks, 60 degrees. Again, warming up across the state. We'll take a look at some other high temperatures across the state. Dead Horse, 28 degrees. Kotzebue, 37. Nome is going to be sitting there at 43 degrees. Bethel, 59 degrees. McGrath, 61 degrees. King Salmon, 67. Pretty warm, heating up again across the state. Kodiak, 55. Cordova, 55 as well. Let's take a look here. Yakutat, 56 degrees. And then we go a little past Juneau, 59 degrees in Ketchikan. We'll take a look at that. We have 9-mile-per-hour winds coming out of the north. And again in Anchorage, it was pretty cloudy throughout the day. And just recently we saw a little bit of that rainfall come. And then in Fairbanks, 5-mile-per-hour winds coming out of the west. And again, a cloudy day there as well, but partly cloudy. And we are expecting to see a little bit of that sun peek out over the next couple of days. And in Juneau, 3-mile-per-hour winds coming out of the west, northwest, and cloudy there as well, but expecting the sun to come out just for a little bit. Take a look at that satellite radar map. As you can see in the Anchorage area and the Fairbanks area is a lot of that concentrated cloud coverage that wasn't bringing rain earlier, but now is going to be bringing and accumulating that rain in those concentrated spots with those clouds. In Anchorage, let's take a look at that 3-day forecast. Thursday, 61 degrees. Friday, that's where that sun's going to pop out after a little bit of those showers, 59 degrees. But on Saturday, it's going to drop back down to 51 degrees, and those showers are going to roll back in with the clouds as well on a Saturday. And in Juneau on Thursday, 66 degrees. We're going to see partly cloudy skies. Friday, that's where you're going to see the rain come in with the clouds, 61. And on Saturday, 56 degrees. We're going to see partly cloudy skies with a mild chance of rain. And on Thursday in Fairbanks, 63 degrees. We're going to see the rain there on Thursday. And then we're going to see partly cloudy skies for the rest of the weekend into the weekend. 61 degrees on Friday and 62 there on Saturday. Stick with us. In the next 30 seconds, I will have your 7-day forecast right after the break.
Welcome to the Gumbo House.
Come celebrate 13 years with us at Gumbo House. We serve the best po' boys, Cajun dishes, and fresh Cajun pasta. You will be treated like family as you feast on our jambalayas, gumbos, Creoles, and more. Dine in the sunshine at the 9th Street location or enjoy the new dance floor at our old Seward restaurant. We welcome large groups, birthday parties, and events, and we deliver. Gumbo House. Come in and try our delicious Cajun today.
All right, let's take a look at that 7-day forecast in Anchorage. On Thursday, we're going to see those partly cloudy skies, 61 degrees. Friday, it's going to be a beautiful sunny day, 59. Over the weekend, the start of the weekend, that's where we're going to see the clouds roll back in with the rain, 51 degrees on Saturday, but it's going to quickly warm up. Sunday, 57 degrees. Monday to start the work week, another beautiful day, 62 degrees. Tuesday and Wednesday, both partly cloudy skies at 57 degrees with Wednesday. Mostly cloudy skies there. Take a look in Juneau at the 7-day forecast. On Thursday, 66 degrees. Friday, it's going to dip down just a little bit, 61, and it's going to continue to go down in temperature Saturday and Sunday. Sunday, we're going to see 55 degrees. And to start the weekend and through the weekend, we're going to see the scattered rain across the state. Monday, 62 degrees. Tuesday, 64. And then on Wednesday, the rains are going to come back in with the clouds at 63 degrees. The lows there are going to be into the mid to upper 40s. And let's take a look at Fairbanks. On Thursday, we're going to see a medium chance of rain, 63 degrees. And then for the rest of the week, you can see we're going to have partly cloudy skies over the next 6 days. Friday all the way until Wednesday, the temperatures are going to range from anywhere from 61 degrees on Friday all the way down to 57 on Sunday, but it's going to pop right back up for Tuesday and Wednesday at 67 degrees there in Fairbanks. Stick with us. More news is next.
A sunny forecast makes for a great day out at the ball field, and that's where Casey Hintz was today, covering it all. Let's head up to the sports desk where we'll find Casey. Casey?
Hey, Maria. Well, it definitely was a beautiful day, and it couldn't have been more perfect to be out on the diamond. A full slate of CIC softball happening over at Albrecht Fields. We will get you out to the action. Plus, the 1A Basketball Player of the Year signs her NLI. We'll find out where she's headed coming up after the break.
Dude, it can't get any radder than this.
It can't get any better than this.
It can't get any better.
OMG, unlimited data.
It cannot get any...
It just got better than unlimited. GCI's new Simply Unbeatable plan. 30% more data included than AT&T's so-called unlimited plan for 30% less money.
Dude, it can't get any better than this.
Get better at GCI.com.
Travel to an exotic land without leaving Midtown Anchorage. Step into Bombay Deluxe and let the enticing aroma and flavors of fine Indian cuisine take you beyond the ordinary to the extraordinary. Order from our menu of superb dishes like chicken tikka masala, tandoori naan bread, lamb sikh kebabs, or come by for our weekly lunch buffet featuring a selection of favorites. We also deliver so you can enjoy the Bombay Deluxe taste experience at home. The best of India, here in Anchorage. Bombay Deluxe.
My budget is tight. I just can't afford a new vehicle. But my poor old car barely runs. Boy, does it ever need work. That's why I brought it to Eagle River Automotive. They called to say my car is ready, and here it comes. Wow, look at my car. This is amazing. At Eagle River Automotive, anything is possible.
We're not magicians, but we're darn close to it.
And now, your Sports Link with Casey Hintz.
Alrighty, well, the sun was shining today, and I really can't think of a better place to be this afternoon than out on the diamond. Like I said, a full slate of games for the CIC. Two of the top teams squaring off today. South took the meeting last week en route to a blue and gold tournament championship. Now, no secret, the Wolverines, well, they've been dominant, 15-0 this season. So let's go ahead and roll on out to those highlights. And Danny Desjardins, hot on the mound and in the batter's box, leading the way with 30 hits and 20 RBIs this season, and she would add to that in the top of the first. Slaps this one back up the middle. That would send around Tristan Tolan, make that 30 RBIs, and South goes up 1-0. Well, to the third, runner on third, Ashton Jesse rips this one to deep center field. Nicolette Dabbs is there for the grab, but Tolan tags, and she beats the throw into home. Her second run of the night, and 2 on the board for South. Well, to the bottom of the inning, East finally has an answer. Daisy Page to the plate and bloops this one to shallow center. Chloe White comes on in from second, and the T-Birds cut the deficit in half. Well, 2-1 is the score now, fifth inning. Same score. Jesse, the power swing, dings this one to left, but that goes right through Tatum Epperson. That plates one. Jesse, the RBI triple, making it a 3-1 game with an inning and a half to go. Well, check out this play. We've talked a lot about Dabbs. She gets the fly out in center, but check out the throw. She's right on the money to first. That is definitely an AKSN Sunday six-pack nominee. Well, bottom of the seventh, T-Birds trailing by 2. That gets through the infield. That's going to send around Daisy Page. And just like that, East back within 1. But that's how things would end. Desjardins coming up with some timely strikeouts as South edges the Thunderbirds 3-2 the final. Well, going on right next door was the Diamond Lynx squaring off with the Chugiak Mustangs. The Mustangs would take the early 1-0 lead in the second, but the Lynx putting up a 4 spot in the bottom of the 6th to take the 4-1 lead, and that is how that one would end. Katie Hansen dealing for the Lynx, going all 7 innings with 8 strikeouts. Well, for the last few weeks, we have been catching up with athletes from all across the state who have been signing their letters of intent as they commit to play their respective sport at the next level. But it's not just the 3 and 4A stars hitting that next level. 1A products, well, showing that they can ball with the best of them as well. Kaya Charlie, the star of the 1A Girls State Championship team, Scammon Bay, signing her letter of intent to play basketball at Skagit Valley Community College. Now, following the state tournament, her father had told us she was fielding an offer from Wisconsin, but has since changed her mind as she will now join the Cardinals in Washington State. Now, the 1A Player of the Year has been one of the state's top players throughout her career, leading Scammon Bay to their very first state title in 2016 and following that back up with back-to-back state titles this past March. Now, Charlie joins a program at Skagit Valley that finished 3rd in the Northwest Athletic Conference. Now, at the state tournament, we had a chance to catch up with Herschel Sundown, the head coach of Scammon Bay, who talked about the special student athlete that Charlie is.
Oh, she's special. I mean, she's been playing basketball as long as we can remember. And I was a part of their elementary, junior high group, and then we moved up into high school, and she has a great work ethic, great student athlete, and all around a great kid.
Well, speaking of letters of intent, well, UAA held its graduation over the weekend, and among those were members of the Seawolves gymnastics team. UAA losing 3 seniors next season, but today, head coach Paul Stoklos announcing the first of his 2018 recruiting class. Hope Nelson out of Newport News, Virginia, signing her letter of intent and will join the Seawolves come this fall. Now, the senior is a talented all-arounder who has been a 4-year Level 10 competitor and 3-time regional qualifier for her home gym, world-class gymnastics. Nelson has a state runner-up on the beam under her belt, as well as a state championship on the bars and 3rd in the all-around. Now, Nelson's skills run deep on all 4 apparatuses, which gives her the potential to star on the all-around lineup for the Seawolves. Well, there is nothing quite like playoff hockey, except, well, Game 7s in playoff hockey. One team emerges from the handshake line, the winner, and they, of course, are halfway to a championship. And tonight, hockey fans lucky enough to get 2 of them in one fell swoop. Our Alaskan Ties could have been completely wiped out of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Jay Beagle and the Caps trying to rewrite history with the Penguins, while Nate Thompson and the Ducks looking to stop the smoking hot young guns of the Edmonton Oilers. Now, for the Caps, they trailed in this series 3-1, but they made that comeback in games 5 and 6 to make this one a tied series. And like I said, looking to change the narrative in this one, here's Jay Beagle in the pregame.
They're going to come with their best. Obviously, after something happens like that where a game just doesn't go your way, especially in playoffs, and you know, they're going to come with their best. We know that, and so it's not too hard to also find our best. I mean, it's do or die. So you know, it's just a matter of who can execute it better.
Now, we know the Caps lost to the Penguins last year, and that guy right there, Ovechkin, well, he has yet to see a conference final, but it would be the Penguins who would execute the game plan first. The Pens able to keep this one in the Caps zone. Sidney Crosby the pass to Jake Gunsel, the feed over to Brian Rust, and Rust on bended knee roofs this one past Braden Holtby for the important first lead of the game. Well, later, Caps trying to clear this one out of the zone. Ovechkin along the boards. He has the turnover right to the tape of Patrick Hornquist, forehand, backhand, and that makes it a 2-0 game. Well, the story would be Marc-Andre Fleury posting his 9th playoff shutout, and this would be a 2-0 final. And the Ovechkin is withheld from the finals yet again as the Penguins come out on top. They will face the Senators in the Eastern Conference Finals starting on Saturday. Well, following that game, the Ducks looking to end a streak of 4 consecutive Game 7 losses, but it would be the Oilers who would crack through first, just 3:31 into the first period. Drake Caggiula checking Shea Theodore, and with traffic in front, this one would sneak in. Caggiula's 3rd goal in the past 4 games. Well, Anaheim would tie it at 8:55 of the second period. On a goal from Andrew Cogliano, that's his first goal of the Stanley Cup playoffs. And that score would hold until 3:21 of the third. Nick Ritchie would get the go-ahead goal and the eventual game winner John Gibson, 23 saves for the Ducks as they break that streak and move on to the Western Conference Finals. Well, they will face the Nashville Predators. So Jay Beagle out, but Nate Thompson and the Ducks in, so we still have hockey up here in Alaska. That is your look at sports. Please stay with us. More news is coming up after the break.
KTBY Fox 4 News at 9 is brought to you by your Alaska Chevy Team dealer.
Imagine a truck with the features you want at a price that you'll love. Introducing the 2017 Ford F-150 STX 4x4. Now get a 2017 F-150 STX 4x4 for under $32,000. See your local Ford store today.
We invite you to Deha Yoga today for a yoga experience like none other. We offer a variety of class styles from all levels of vinyasa to gentle yoga, restorative, yin, and meditation. We provide everything for practice: a yoga mat, props, towels, showers, even complimentary tea for after class. Peruse our beautiful boutique filled with books, yoga props, jewelry, incense, candles, and much more. We hope to see you soon at Deha Yoga.
In Alaska, your home needs a reliable heating system all year. And with gas prices fluctuating, along with the temperatures, efficiency of your heating system can save you money. Mountain Mechanical knows this and services your heating system not just for today's problem, but for the long haul. Whether you're looking to install a new heating system, service an existing heater, or are unhappy with your current service, Mountain Mechanical can save you up to 30% per year. Call Mountain Mechanical for all your heating needs and get it done right the first time.
Need glasses now? We have a lens lab in every store and can make them for you in as little as 30 minutes.
Right now, get 2 pairs for $38.71 or 2 pairs Progressive for $76.92 at iMart Express.
Right glasses,
right price,
right now.
Anchorage police are investigating murder in one Midtown neighborhood. Crime and safety reporter Marlise Irby now joins us live in the studio with all the details. Marlise?
Well, that's right, Maria. So far, no arrests have been made in Tuesday's homicide. Anchorage police have located a person of interest in this case who officials say might have been a witness to the crime.
Here is a photo of Mary Rose Carter. Earlier today, officials asked the public for help locating the 32-year-old. Officials believe she may have been a potential witness in yesterday's death investigation. On Tuesday, police responded to the 1700 block of South Salem Drive at 2:24 after there were reports of an injured man. When they arrived at the home, they found a man dead inside. Police have since located Carter, and detectives have been working around the clock to solve this homicide. We reached out to the Anchorage Police Department earlier today, who said at this time they had no new information to release in this case. One neighbor we talked to shortly after the homicide took place told us about the man who lives at the house.
Neighborhood in general has been good. Yeah, no complaints. Nice neighborhood, good location, good neighbors. Greg was always kind of a different guy. That's the gentleman whose home's over there is being investigated. He was the only guy. We'd have friends that would come by, like for dinner or something, and say, "What's with the neighbor's house?" Like, 'cause he always had, he'd have scarecrows in the yard. He had mannequins in the front seat of his cars. He built a giant igloo one winter that we had all the big snow in 2011. He built a really nice cache up in the trees that the city came along and told him to take down. So he was always working on something.
Anyone with information is being asked to call police dispatch at 907-786-8900 or Crime Stoppers at 907-561-STOP to remain anonymous.
And again, very few details have been given in this case, this homicide case. The identity of the male victim will not be released until next of kin has been notified. But we'll continue to bring you the very latest in this case.
Please stick with us. We'll be right back with this week's edition of Aviation Link.
Hi, I'm Dr. Bruce Kiesling, founder of Primary Care Associates, where we provide a full spectrum of medical services, from family practice, urgent care, to preventive and wellness exams, in addition to treatment of work-related injuries. Come see us when you or a family member need medical care. We have 4 convenient locations in Anchorage at Eagle River to serve you, including extended hours in the evening and on weekends. Now and for nearly 35 years, keeping Alaskans healthy at work and at play. We are Primary Care Associates.
Did you know 1 out of 6 men and 1 out of 5 women suffer from vein disorders? Lake Otis Medical Supply can help. Compression innovator Sigvaris helps everyone from new moms to athletes improve their leg health. A simple change of socks can enhance circulation, help prevent the onset of varicose veins, and revive tired, achy legs. Pick up a pair today at Lake Otis Medical Supply, your neighborhood medical supply store for 30 years.
Hi, this is Ted Sadler. Have you got an RV and you want to save some of this? I suggest you come to my store and you take a look at the very best mattress made. I have better prices, and it's a fact. Please go to those people, shop what they have. You'll be back at my store for the very best mattresses made.
Sleep without counting sheep and have another night of bliss. Sleep in style with a big old smile, and you know you save some bucks. Save more bucks at the Mattress Ranch.
The greatest joy of being a parent is watching your child learn and grow. When they achieve each developmental milestone, it's thrilling. But what if your child isn't meeting those milestones? Then reach out to us, All for Kids Pediatric Therapy Clinic. We specialize in working with kids from birth to 18 who need speech therapy, physical therapy, or occupational therapy. Let our team of professionals support your child in achieving their maximum potential through fun and meaningful therapy. Call All for Kids, because every milestone for every child matters.
It's that time of the week, Thursday night, when Rob Stapleton brings us the latest edition of Aviation Link, where we hear from an experienced Bush pilot. Rob?
In this edition of Your Alaska Aviation Link, we're going to hear all about the Valdez Air Show this weekend and talk to John Bush about his awesome SQ-12 high-performance Bush aircraft.
This weekend marks the 14th year of the Valdez May Day fly-in at the Valdez Pioneer Airport. The two-day event is a premier Bush flying contest that has spurred a new type of experimental aircraft. Airplanes that can take off and land in less than 15 feet.
This aircraft's a new aircraft, and so we're going to debut this weekend with it.
John Bush is an experienced Bush pilot who has competed in short-field takeoff and landing contests and has used some of his knowledge of modifications to create his StallQuest aircraft.
The overall wing concept that Wayne and Randy came up with was they really nailed it this time. You know, you have your flap section, which we see down right now. Instead of a 5 or 6 foot flap, we have 12 foot of flap. It's kind of a two-part flap. It really kind of picks your nose back up, but gives you the same slow airspeed without having to carry it under power and try to, come in with a lot of power and nose up. They've dropped the engine down 4 inches. That's pretty unique because we're used to sitting in the pilot's chair, and as you're coming in, you get really slow, you start to tip your nose up a little bit to slow down and flare. Well, you lose your sight profile for what you're about to touch down on, all the humps and bumps, the rocks and logs. These are Alaska bush wheels right here. Now it's back in Birchwood. They're 35-inch bush wheels. Phenomenal tire. They will slow you down cruising in the air a little bit, but you make up for it when you get to going in on a lot of really rough gravel, a lot of humps and terrain. The tire's big enough to span over some pockets that might grab a smaller tire and flip you over. You know, a big baggage door, that was one of the mods that's starting to get real popular. You know, we're always throwing rafts, or you can crawl right in there, sleep in the back. We managed all the cables concealed. So yeah, I mean, I got cables, right? But they're all running under the floorboard. Yeah.
John says to win the competition is based on wind, temperature, and pilot proficiency.
You know, I'm still learning to fly this aircraft to probably its true potential. I think there's still another 10 or 15 feet out there that are to be had with training.
So we've heard from John all about the SQ-12, its performance. So we're looking forward to seeing how he does this weekend at the Valdez fly-in, and we wish him the right wind and a big win. I'm Rob Stapleton for Your Alaska Aviation Link.
To check out more of Rob Stapleton's air adventures across the last frontier, check out our website, YourAlaskaLink.com. Please stick with us. More news is next.
Brought to you by the Packaging Store Moving Center, your packing and moving solution.
This part of Alaska means a great deal to Kendall Auto Group. And you are more than our customers, you're our neighbors, family, and friends. That's why the Kendall Cares program gives back hundreds of thousands of dollars to local charities and organizations that support families, children, and education. As a family-owned company, we work hard to make this an even happier, healthier, and safer place to live. Kendall, let's start something great.
Presenting Pied Piper Pest Control.
Locally owned and operated, we are Alaska's premier pest control service. Our team of highly skilled and knowledgeable technicians specialize in a wide range of different pest control services. We manage insects, rodents, ornamental tree pests, and birds. We also offer squirrel capture and fumigation services. For more info, visit alaskapest.com or call 907-344-2538.
At Kaleidoscape Play Studio, imagination never takes a day off. We are Alaska's only edutainment center offering fun for the whole family. Unlimited open play, 7 days a week. We also offer art classes for kids and adults. And Kaleidoscape is the perfect birthday party venue. It's always a great day at K-Play. Kaleidoscape Play Studio in the University Center. Visit us online at kplaystudio.com.
Whether going for big game or looking to land a monster this season, visit the Outpost at Three Bears, Alaska, your hunting and fishing headquarters, helping you gear up for that next great adventure. With 7 locations across the state, make Three Bears, Alaska your camping and outdoor gear destination. The Outpost is an authorized Vortex dealer, the leading force in optics, keeping your target on sight and in range. Our services include special ordering firearms, optics, and reloading supplies. We can also ship and receive your personal guns. Three Bears, Alaska, Alaskans serving Alaskans since 1980.
We spoke to Leonard Lawson, co-founder of Premier Events, about Lil Wayne's upcoming concert here in Anchorage.
My part in the company is a stage manager and production manager. So I'm responsible for creating the local talent. Initially, they didn't want any local talent, okay? I guess Wayne was too big. But after talks and negotiations, we were able to acquire one local artist, and her name is Joan.
I really didn't think it was real at first. Like, it kind of felt like everybody else. I was just like, no, they're gonna like overfool us, or it's gonna be like, no, or, you know, something weird is just gonna happen. So it took me a while to kind of start saying, okay, this is real. Like, and I was overwhelmed with like excitement, and I feel honored and happy and thankful. It's like a plethora of emotions.
All right. If you just waking up, go ahead, knock the crust out your eyes, get you together, because we taking the act by surprise.
And so Joan got the nod off the top. We tried to work it in to get some additional artists, but management said, no, we're only working with one artist. And that's because they had an artist that they wanted to bring in Siege out of Ontario, Canada.
I just want to share a lot of the messages in my music versus it just be like entertainment, you know? I try to do the entertainment thing, but overall, I like to give a lot of messages.
The hottest thing to drop in, 50 below. Just listen to this chick say my name real slow.
We have a few artists that's going to be opening up that night, and it's to their benefit to really do a good job because their life could change overnight.
I have this repertoire of works that me and Elle have worked on that is like really great.
But when you're dealing with rap artists or more or less vocal artists that are singing, you want to at least be woke about 4 hours out of the day, let your voice get that natural warmth.
So I can't wait to share it with all these new people that I'm gonna meet, like Manny Fresh and, you know, Lil Wayne. Like, to be able to share my music is in itself like a wonderful, you know, experience.
Hey, government name, but it's covered with slang. I'm the one they say is at the top and doing a thing.
She's been active, you know, since November, hard. She's done 5 shows since November, so she's ready. I told her God was just prepping her for this weekend to open for Wayne. And that date is gonna be May 13th. Doors open at 7 o'clock. Show begins at 8. Wayne is scheduled to perform around 10 o'clock. We couldn't have expected all the turmoil we had to deal with after we acquired him. We were gonna announce on the night of the DMX concert. DMX canceled. So the next day was April Fool's. We announced Lil Wayne. So no one believed us. It's like getting traction on that story it wasn't happening. All the posts were, he's not coming, it's April Fool's, they're playing with you, DMX canceled. Why would Lil Wayne come to Alaska? To make matters worse, he had engine failure, no, not engine failure, hydraulic failure on his plane, and he had to miss a concert in Minneapolis within 3 days of the same scenario up here. So now we got DMX not making his concert, Lil Wayne not making his concert. Then there was a situation where Lil Wayne was going to come up here in 2009, didn't make it because he got into some legal problems in New York. So it's all this disbelief that he's going to come to this area. You know, why would he come to Alaska? But a lot of times with these concerts, it's not even how much money you have, it's about the relationship. And David Jackson has an ongoing long-term relationship with Lil Wayne and his camp, and so that's what made it happen. That's what gave me my belief. Not to mention FaceTiming with DJ Spin and Manny Fresh on the phone and different things like that. It just adds to the belief. And this area is going through a change right now. They're being introduced to quality sound. For a long time, it's not been here. They're being introduced to A-list artists. That's been hit and miss here and there, but it's coming. It's coming.
More information about Lil Wayne's Saturday concert here in Anchorage can be found on our website, youralaskaLink.com. And it's time to check in once again with your weather authority, Marlise Irby. Marlise, what's the weekend weather forecast and the rest of this week shaping up to be? I hope it's sunny for Lil Wayne and Manny Fresh.
I hope so too, Maria. We had a beautiful, beautiful day this morning, and then those clouds did roll in. We saw a little bit of rain periodically throughout the evening. We're going to continue to see that, but I will let you know when and where the rain is going to fall and then when that sun is going to pop out for the weekend. Stick with us. More weather is next.
Looking to improve your style? Then you've got to see stylist Amy Benton at Bloom, a hair boutique on Diamond. Whether you're a man or woman, have short or long hair, from simple cuts to adding a few highlights, or maybe coloring for an entirely new look, your hair will be in good hands.
Hi, I'm Amy Benton. I love seeing my clients smile as they look at their new hairstyle. Call today, 677-7570 to make an appointment. I would love to see you smile too.
Bedbugs are becoming immune to chemical pesticides. Why use dangerous pesticides that need to be applied over and over and over again, when Eagle Pest Control can rid you of bedbugs safely in one day? Eagle Pest Control's thermal remediation technology is a safe way to eliminate bedbugs and their eggs. Don't trust your family's health to ineffective, dangerous, and possibly life-threatening chemicals. Our chemical-free methods do not harm people or pets, and it is guaranteed. Call Eagle Pest Control today.
Teddy Roosevelt once said, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. At Device Pit Stop, we take customer focus to the extreme. From simple, quick repairs to more complex issues with your smartphone, tablet, or computer, we offer the best service performance and rates in Alaska, period. If it can be repaired, we're ready and able to get you back to pixel perfect once more. Device Pit Stop, located in Midtown Anchorage at 36th and Arctic.
Drive and discover what hometown dealer pricing can do for you. Only at Anchorage Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Drive new Journey. Discover it's just $16,191. New Cherokees only $26,131, and Patriot only $14,435. And all new Rams are on sale too, starting at just $27,799. That's an incredible $83.41 off. Your one and only hometown driving destination is on East 5th.
All right, let's take one last look at tonight's weather. Tomorrow's highs: Dead Horse 26 degrees, Kotzebue 38, Nome 50 degrees, McGrath 64, Bethel 63, Anchorage we're going to see 60 degrees here, Fairbanks 63, Eagle 62. A lot of 60s really across the state. There's a couple areas where it was in the upper 50s for tomorrow's high, like Kodiak at 58 and Cordova 59, Yakutat 58, Juneau 57, Ketchikan 60. So we're going to see those temperatures increase just a little bit over the next couple days. Take a look at that satellite radar map. You could see the cloud coverage right there in the Anchorage and Fairbanks area, but we are expecting the sun to pop out just a little bit over the next couple of days. And let's take a look here in Anchorage. 3-day forecast in Anchorage. We're going to see Thursday, 61 degrees. Friday, that's where the sun's going to pop out to start the weekend. 59 degrees, and then on Saturday, 51 degrees. We're expecting partly cloudy skies and that rain to come back down. So sorry, Maria, for Lil Wayne, the concert, we might see some rain in the sky. And then there in Juneau on Thursday, 66 degrees, but there both Friday and Saturday, we're going to see the rainfall, mostly cloudy to partly cloudy skies, 61 degrees and 56 on Saturday. And then there in Fairbanks, Thursday, 63 degrees, Friday 61, and Saturday sitting at 62 with just a little bit of rain on Thursday. Stick with us. More news is next.
Welcome to Crazy Hook, featuring Anchorage's most eclectic menu. Now you can have it all, from Asian rolls and hot pots to burgers and curry. Thirsty? We have beers on tap from all the local breweries, with seating for parties of one to large groups in our banquet room. Join us for live music events, weekly specials, and brunch on the weekends. Give us a try. You'll get hooked on Crazy Hook.
Dave Smith's Grand Slam sales event is on now. Our bases are loaded with over 2,000 new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeeps, and Rams. Dave Smith is ready to make you a home run deal during the Drive and Discover event. Dave Smith is known for our custom one-of-a-kind vehicles and for delivering a hassle-free buying experience. Shop Dave Smith and you will see why Dave Smith is the world's largest Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram dealer. 800-635-8000. DaveSmith.com.
Mary and Jane are best buds. They do everything together. And on May 20th and 21st, they'll be going to the Cannabis Classic at the Sullivan Arena. A weekend full of cannabis culture, events, education, and activities. Mary wants to see what's new, and Jane wants to start a marijuana business. So they're both excited. With industry-leading vendors, innovative seminars, food trucks, music, and more. The 2017 Cannabis Classic is the most exciting thing to happen to weed in Alaska ever. So grab your buds and get your tickets now at GoCannabisClassic.com. Presented by Pacololo Supply Company.
This week marks National Nurses Appreciation Week, where we honor their hard work and commitments.
Our school nurse teaches physical and emotional health to not only the kids, but also to the parents. He very much educates all of us as a community.
So you guys know how this works. You can ask any kind of health or science question. As a school nurse, we're integral to a school in terms of not only taking care of Band-Aids and cuts and bruises, even fractures sometimes, but also some kids have chronic problems such as food allergies, asthma, diabetes.
Nurse Charles believes this is just a really crucial part of everything that he does. So much so that he even gives his cell phone number not only to the staff here at school, but to the parents, so they can reach him with any questions that they might have.
Those are the intestines. They help to digest our food. It helps to fill in some of the blanks in their mind about what's going on in the body. There's a linguistic component in terms of some of these new words coming at them.
Sometimes at a primary level, the kids might not understand hygiene. And so he might come in and he might teach us how to wash our desks, how to wash our hands, how to do things at home to prevent illnesses.
Okay, so here's the liver right here. Okay, can you say liver?
Liver.
And intestines? It's a good reminder in terms of the importance of our role in schools, that, and every school having a nurse, how important that is, and what a difference a school nurse can make in the lives of children. Some of the smoke has chemicals in it. It goes inside the bloodstream, and some of those chemicals can cause cancer.
Please stay tuned. Your hometown hero is coming up next.
So you're Alaskan tough, and you want tools that are as tough as you are. Build your own cabins, you catch your own food, and your kids play football in the snow. So you want some tools that are tougher than an origami school project, but you don't want to have to compete the Amazing Race to get everything you need. Whether you're juggling a dozen ambitious weekend projects or you just need that last half-inch 13x1 hex bolt for that construction job in Bush, Alaska. So come on down to AIH and get Alaska Tough hardware for your Alaska Tough home.
There's a place in the heart of Midtown where art gets personal. Blue Holloman Gallery, where art is classic or contemporary. Blue Holloman Gallery, where art is wearable and adventurous, where Alaska Native art is collected. Find something that is distinctly you at Blue Holloman Gallery. Let our knowledgeable staff be your guide. Next to Formaggio's Artisan Cheese at Arctic and 36th. Blue Holloman Gallery at the heart of art.
America's best-selling brand is rolling out the truck with a powerful and efficient EcoBoost engine, a military-grade aluminum alloy body, and voice-activated Sync 3 with an 8-inch touchscreen. All for under $32 grand. Introducing the 2017 Ford F-150 STX 4x4. Now get a 2017 F-150 STX 4x4 for under $32,000. That's under $32,000. See your local Ford store today.
Hometown Heroes, brought to you by Anchorage Chrysler Dodge Center.
We would like to introduce you to Airman First Class Amber Herning, a healthcare management technician at JBER. She coordinates over 3,000 patient admissions and discharges while maintaining 100,000 inpatient medical records. Herning also previously volunteered for the 2016 Special Olympics, ensuring the safety and security of 1,200 attendees. Your Alaska Link salutes you, Airman First Class Amber Herning, for your service to our great nation. Thank you so much for joining us. That's all the time we have this evening. Have a great night in the sunshine here in Alaska.
Hairstyling provided by Benton.
Discover the warmth and beauty that new countertops and cabinets can provide for your home at Alaska Countertops. Dynamic to classic, contemporary to traditional. We offer solid surface, quartz, laminate, and granite to meet any budget. Our design experts will make your project worry-free, whether it's cabinets, sinks, faucets, and of course, countertops. Bring us your measurements for a free estimate. We can fabricate any design, residential or commercial. Visit our showroom or see our gallery online. Alaska Countertops. Innovation, style, and design.
Have you been to Granny's Guns on Dowling? Alaska's newest family-owned gun shop, doing business the good old-fashioned way. We have the largest variety of firearms in the state, including those hard-to-find models. We also buy guns on the spot. Granny's Guns on Dowling provides the best customer service you will find, and we'll take the time to personally find you the right firearm at the best price. So if you're in the market